So I have one sister, and we are 11 months apart. Her name is Tiara, and she's older than me. And we're very close. And especially like when we were younger, because of our proximity, we used to get in a lot of trouble together. And sometimes one would get in trouble and pull the other one along with them so that they didn't feel lonely, right? So I think up until we were in the first grade or so, what age group is that? How old was I? First grade.
6 or 7.
Thanks. I've been trying to process it. I didn't know. We shared a room. And so this, I think, was the last year that we shared a room. And so I'm 6, she's 7. I could be 5, she could be 6, somewhere along that lines. One of our jobs with having our own room together was keeping it tidy, right? Making the bed the best we could. Putting our clothes in the hamper. Our parents raised us to try to be as responsible as possible. And they enforced that as well. So I remember there was this one time that we were supposed to clean our room, and we started playing the Nintendo. I think it was probably like Duck Hunters or something like that. So anybody who knows about Duck Hunters, that'll put you around, I guess, 94, 95, something like that. And my dad summoned us both up to our room. And whenever dad summons you up, it's something. You did something to deserve it. So he comes, and we were supposed to clean our room, like I said. And we felt pretty good about the room. And it looked pretty clean. The beds were made up. I had the top bunk, he had the bottom. Clothes picked up, toys put away. And so we're like, what's up, Pop? And he's like, whose is this? And he points in the closet, opens up the closet, points in the closet, and there's one single sock. And it didn't have like unicorns on it, or like, some Batman or Darkwing Duck, which was my thing back in the day. It didn't have anything to really identify. Parents can always afford all the swag. Sometimes it was just a white sock or a black sock. I remember vividly this was a white sock. And because we were so close in age, it's not like we could say like, okay, well, it's clearly yours or it's clearly mine because of the size of the sock. And so, Pop lines us up, and I think at that point in time, he was using a belt, right? So he lines us up, and so he just keeps going back and forth between us. Okay, is this your sock? And my sister's like, no, it's not my sock. And he comes to me, and he's like, is this your sock? And I'm like, no, it's not. And to be fair, I didn't know who the hell sock it was, And so I'm like, is it my sock? Like, I really didn't know. And so we're just going back and forth. And so the discipline kind of escalates from sternness to, okay, well, since nobody wants to admit whose sock it is, we're going to start going with lash for lash, right? So it's like, he holds it up. Is this your sock? No, it's not my sock. My sister's voice. One whack. Comes back to me. Is it your sock? And I'm thinking at this point, maybe 2 or 3, lashings down the line, like, I'll just accept the sock, I just get it out the way. But I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure this isn't my turn. And so I'm like, no, it's not my sock. And I'm looking at her like, how long is this gonna go? And so we probably get, 4 or 5 down the line to the point where we're both kind of exhausted, and Dad's like, hey, somebody has to give. And so finally he kind of stops with the whoopings, and he just like pauses, and he's like, okay guys, like, okay, I don't want to continue this. Whose sock is it? And, it's just this pause, and, I'm just like, I don't know what's going to come next. Is this Squid Games? I don't know what's going to get. And so right before I just take, responsibility from the sock, my sister's like, now that I look at it, it does look like my sock. and that's it. I'm just like, man, he could have said that like months ago, you know. So that's when you really don't know whether you're guilty or not.